Hey everyone, welcome to Tuesday Q&A. It looks like we got a small crowd at the moment, but I'm sure we'll get more people as we get going. I don't have anything specific to go over to for today. We're just here for any questions or issues that you guys want to bring up.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I hear you.
Uh, Good morning. Who is running the social media on Instagram?
I actually don't know why. What's going on?
I just keep talking. I think I'm talking to somebody at Smart, but they just keep ghosting me. I posted some fun photos of Tony, and but no action. It feels like just like a robot.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
That's cool. I mean, it's fine.
Let me
I get it.
let me
It's a
see if
it's a big team. But
yeah.
yeah, I'm over here trying to hype them up and like promote them like on my social area. Like I'm just saying how happy I am with Smart and all the things it can do, and I'm tagging them and giving them examples, and it's just like for them to reshare, and it's like crickets over there. I'm like, all right.
Jason, do you know who's running our social media account for Instagram?
Like the smart social media account.
Yeah.
Not 100% sure on that. I think I know what's up.
Just George was wondering who's running it because he's been sending him messages and stuff like that over there, as in just content stuff.
Track them in Smart.
Sorry, I just jumped in doing sending messages to the Instagram account, like directly to Instagram.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I don't know. Normally I get all those messages when they come through, so it's not directed to me. I'll have to look in and see where those are going.
It's not a big deal. I mean, it's just, yeah, industry for industry insiders that know Smart. Like, right, you got Spot and Smart being promoted at the show, and I was just going off about how happy I am with Smart. You know, yeah, I was just like, man, somebody's really slacking over there by not being active on there.
Yeah, I guess we'll see where those messages are going or where that you know where the information you're sending us is going.
Yeah, I'll look into that because yeah, I get the Facebook messages and we go through there and message back. But yeah, I'm not getting anything from Instagram, so maybe that's going to a different email.
So, yeah, I love you guys. So, Bubble Pay, what is that? Is that it's just a whole different platform? Are features from there gonna come over to Smart, or Smart just kind of sticking to its own thing, or vice versa? I'm
Yeah,
interested in Bubble Pay, laundry subscription, or laundry anything, right? Wash, dry, and fold, pickup and delivery. Seeing what their layout is for customers, and if some of those features will be transferred over to Smart, just to kind of make it a little more customizable, or is that just two different companies um, uh, under this one umbrella?
yeah. So the purposes are different. Um, Bubble Pay is strictly or more suited around laundromats, self-service type things where customers walk up to the washer dryer and then can pay straight from it. And if they run into any issues, they can walk up to the kiosk or whatever it is and um, reach out and get help. So I don't know what features specifically that may be nice to have in Smart, but I'm sure if we had feedback like that where companies are coming to us that adopted Bubble Pay as well, that they wanted to see it in Smart, I'm sure that we could find a way to get to make that happen.
So you're saying like laundromats giving you feedback that they want wash, dry, fold, pickup and delivery options, customizable options. That's what you need to hear for it to come through Bubble Pay.
Kind of. I guess I should probably tread a little lightly on what Bubble Pay can and can't do or what they're looking to do because I don't work super closely with those guys. So I don't have a lot of input there with them. But if there were things so we do have cleaners that also run laundromats that are starting to adopt Bubble Pay. And so if they were seeing stuff that could be useful inside of Smart, as in from Bubble Pay to Smart, I'm sure that we can make that happen. But from Smart to Bubble Pay, I'm not sure. Yeah, that's a big question mark for me.
Because to be honest, I research, right. I'm looking. I see what the competitors are doing, and there's a lot of new laundromat technology software out there that integrate the whole turning on the washer and dispensing soap. to arranging payment and also the pickup and delivery, having options if you want like softener, all that stuff. There's a few software companies out there like Curbside. I really like. I like them, but they're not a complete uh, product like I need for dry cleaning, right? What like you guys are offering. So yeah, that's what I was just wondering, like how far along is Bubble Pay and if they're getting competitive in that market. Because yeah, well, laundromats for sure they can compete on the wash, dry, fold, pickup and delivery, and Smart already is there. So just to fine tune it, or just seeing what features can be added to make it more fun.
Yeah, I think as of right now, if people were looking to combine their laundromat with Smart, I think the next closest thing that you can get that can still operate and do wash and fold, route, delivery, stuff like that would be looking towards Smart Light. Um, it isn't smart, but it has different features, but kind of the more simple version, I would say, of Smart. So it still has all the things you like, but then there are just some that are just more simple than how in depth Smart can get.
Got it. Thank you, Tyler.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Other questions?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay. I wasn't sure if I was muted or not. So a couple of things. One, any word on getting the store specific number added to the offline inventory
Not heard about it. Hang on.
or an inventory report that shows that one of the two, but the offline inventory would be much simpler.
Have you been running into a lot of offline issues where you have to be, or where your store has been coming offline due to like storms or whatever?
I have one store that has horrible internet, and I can't get any other internet provider in there. It would have to be a cellular internet, which would cost us a fortune.
Yeah.
So yeah, there is one store specifically that it frequently goes down. We've now have a backup cellular internet for it, but it'll be really slow and it may not work. We haven't tried it yet because until the internet goes down, there's no sense trying it because it's basically running it off a phone. So we have a phone in there with the SIM card.
Oh, okay. All right. That
When,
makes total sense why it's
Michelle, when did you put the request in for that function?
I put it in a while ago, but then it got
yeah.
missed. It got forgotten. And
Do
then
you
so
have
I
it?
put it in last week. And I know for sure that it actually got forwarded at that point last week. I
Tyler,
reminded
do you
last
have
week.
it?
I don't have it. I don't
Okay.
have it with me, but I just messaged the person who does know about it and should have gotten it done.
Okay, cool.
The other thing is, how do we get without unracking orders? How can we change the billing location on a ready order? Is there a setting we need to turn on?
The billing location, as in the billing account, like it was a group master.
No. So like if
Like an agent.
it's a root customer, yes, or the agent, I guess. Yeah, sorry, the wrong term. How do we change so it was detailed in as route 12, but they want to pick it up at the store. They forgot to change it from the agent from route 12 to the store location, and then when it gets to the store now has two agents, and only one of the orders gets paid because one is on because they're on two different agents. And in order for the CSRs to change the agent, they have to unrack the order and all that sort of stuff, and they're not going to do that when the customer's standing right there in front of them.
So they should be able to just change the return location. And
The
it
return
should
location is
automatically-
changed, but it won't let you pay.
Well, we just did an update where that return location, if you change it, it should also change the agent. I'm not
Okay.
sure though, Tyler, if it's a setting or not though. You might need to double check that.
Yeah.
Okay, because I talked about this last week, and that new thing hadn't been mentioned because we've had to write off a few orders just because we didn't want to upset the customer by saying, our staff made a mistake and didn't bill you for the orders you picked up. They only billed you for one or two of them.
Oh, it is a setting. Yep.
Okay,
Do you want me to turn it on for you?
sure.
Okay.
So where
All
is
right,
that
and-
setting?
Yeah, so if you go into system settings, and then once you get into the settings, go ahead and go to the search bar on the top right.
1 second. Hardware,
It'll
no,
be
business,
it'll be
and then
settings.
systems.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Business, then
And-
system settings.
Okay.
And then in the search bar on the top right, type in agent.
Change agent when you change. Okay. Perfect.
Right there. I just turned it on. If it's not showing for you, may need to reload.
No, it is actually showing as turned on. Okay, when the enable customer route take priority over most recent deliveries. The other thing we found occasionally is if a CSR picks up an order at one address, and in the meantime, either the customer wants it delivered to another address, or B, they move, it still shows the old address on the invoice.
The store address, right?
No, the customer's address.
Oh, are you changing it in their billing? Do
With
they
the
have it
default,
listed as both?
the default address, the default,
Is
the default delivery address.
Is the stop already created with the old address?
Yes, the ticket is already created with the old address. Like the CSR goes and picks up at the old address, does a quick ticket. So now that order even though the order hasn't been detailed or the order isn't ready, because the orders I think even just the fact of creating the quick ticket locks in the address.
Yeah, but it should be based on the
stop.
The stop, yeah,
If the
actual
stop's already
stop.
created, it could cause that problem. But yeah, we can.
You would have to cancel it and then remake that stop because it saves it to where you're taking the stuff to.
But I wonder how that works with a route regular. It might be a little bit different. The logic is different.
Anyway, you guys can look into it and then see what, because I don't. But we've seen this happen a few times where we've changed the address on something, and the old address shows up on the invoice. And like I said, even in some cases, the invoice hasn't even been generated; only the ticket has. But once we change the address, we should get a pop-up saying, there's already an order with the old address. Do you want that order changed or something?
Okay.
Location. Okay. So I'll let them know that. And then I guess can I open it up a ticket? Obviously I can, but there's some dashboards that someone else has created behind the scenes, and it does a whole bunch of stuff. And we just kind of want to see what sort of dashboard we can make. We know we won't be able to get all of them because there's a whole bunch of stuff in the background, but if we can get any of them, is there someone that I can talk to about trying to create a dashboard for my manager to show some of these things that are on this other dashboard that someone's created? Because some of them I should be able to get from Smart.
So is it a smart dashboard, or is it
It's a smart dashboard that they've custom programmed, has someone custom program, and it does it does all kinds of pieces stuff, which we won't use anyway because we're not having our staff log in and out at different locations and that. So, but there are some
from another smart customer.
From another smart customer.
Got it. Yeah, we can do that.
Well, I think I know exactly who made it.
Yeah. It's just for one thing, because we're not going to have our staff log in and out, at different stations and stuff like that. Some of the stuff that he's got in there, we're not going to be able to use anyway. And then there's a couple of things like express bags where they're counting in our piece count, and we're wondering if we can get them out, but still have them add to an order and stuff like that. Because we have hundreds of express bags a week, and so that's lowering our price per piece down and stuff like that because they're counting as a piece. But I don't want to break anything because we have both conveyors. So I need to talk to someone that's familiar with dispatch conveyor and Progetti sorting. Because if I break the dispatch conveyor, they'll shoot me. They get upset when I play with settings and it breaks something.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like what you're attempting to do would necessarily affect those, but yeah, you can definitely open up a ticket and then just ask to speak to somebody, probably Chris or I or Mike.
Okay. Okay. So, and then the marketing versus broadcasts. Some of root customers don't have turned off the marketing on their text messages or their emails. So then when we want to send out a broadcast because there's a snow delay or something like that, because the broadcasts are automatic, we can't send, the only way we can send it out is through the marketing thing. Is there any way, and then that goes through a different email, a different text phone number that may be blocked or that sort of stuff? Because it's two different it's two different phone numbers. Is there anything that you're looking at that we could tie in for the routes, where we can send it out through the same text, the same phone number that the route stuff goes out through?
So that's not necessarily how mass messaging works for Smart, because they fall under different sets of rules and regulation. So they have to be a completely different number whenever we're talking about texting.
Okay, but it's really route specific. It's like, now we're saying we're not coming today because there's a snowstorm, and we want it towards specific customers that have already given us permission to send them text messages that way. Or the Raptors win the championship again and we can't go downtown. Or the
only
Leafs
thing,
win, which will never happen in my lifetime, but
the only thing I can suggest for that is to update the communication template for that before that automatic message goes out, and then you'll have to change it back to whatever it was afterwards.
or we could, because you can say send it out immediately, can't you?
You can. You can do that.
So I could go into the message for those routes and say send this out immediately, and then copy the old message back into
and put it back.
But then I'd have
Exactly.
to do it in multiple sections because we have different, like two or three different messages depending on what type of
Exactly.
customer it is.
Yep.
Okay. So the other way is much simpler. Just some of our customers may not get it.
Exactly. Yep.
All right. I think that's it for me for right now. And
All right.
I'll send up that message asking for Tyler, Chris, or Mike to call me back on this daily report dashboard thing. Chris,
Sure,
probably
yeah.
Chris, you probably know who I'm talking about, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's fine. If you just put the ticket in and address me, I'll get it.
All right. Thanks a lot.
No problems.
All right, awesome. Other questions? I see some people in here that usually ask some questions.
I'll ask one. How are you doing?
Not bad. How are you doing?
Good. Hey, back to the change agent. When you change return location, can you? What are the pros and cons? I was just talking to Mike about it. If we change it, but then the customer comes back to the old store, do they just choose out the bottom which store it is?
So I guess, yeah, the only downside that I could see would be if you
Put it by the back door.
I don't know. I can't really think of any downside to doing it, because the only thing that it's going to populate, which you probably already do, is it's going to change to choosing what return location, upon doing the next detailing. You know what I mean? Because it's going to have that other stores, which naturally, if they're going to different stores anyway, your CSRs are probably already used to choosing whatever store they're currently standing in.
Mainly what I
asking them.
see, it might be a pickup delivery customer who wants it early and come to one of our stores to pick it up. So
Yeah, I think that's the most common reason, and that's why that setting was put into place.
okay.
Yeah, I just want another question on that same thing I just thought of. Like, it just changes it on those orders. It doesn't change it on the customer's profile, correct?
Right. Yeah, exactly. It's just for the order.
Okay.
Might as well show you, since it seems like we don't have any questions at the moment. And this is Legacy's instance. Coming up here to search bar, type in agent. So you guys already have it turned on, actually. But it's this first one right here. And maybe you guys just turned it on while we were going over it.
I just turned it on.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. Yeah, the only other thing that I could think, but you already have it turned on, is common orders agent, which essentially the system picks up on once they've kind of gotten a rhythm, the customer, once they've gotten in a rhythm of going to the exact same place over and over again, then it no longer.
Tyler, I think you're muted.
Can you hear me?
Now I can, yeah.
Super weird. Okay. I clicked admit to somebody and then I guess it muted me. Okay. So yeah, like I was saying, the only thing that I could see that would be affected here would be common orders agent, which is exactly what we were talking about. It just it has you choose what return location if it's different from the last time that you were in. So if you come in and you're usually going to store 4 or whatever it is, and then one day you go to store 5, it's going to ask those people that are at store 5, hey, which return location should this order go to?
Okay.
That's really it.
All right. Well, I'll ask another question. Something that I've been asking for, I guess, since day one. But are you all ever going to? And I see where we have agent in the search engine when we're trying to search for items. But is there any work on, like, if we're doing looking for a polo shirt or a Ralph Lauren shirt, that'll pull up anything that's Ralph Lauren or anything that's polo? Or if it's pants and somebody has put it in as slacks, all pants be just a lot easier to search for items, especially brands. You know, the brands are just ridiculous.
Yeah, I think you're talking about.
CSR did. Yeah.
I think we've talked about this before. Whenever you guys have items that lose their barcode, or you, as in that rack that's right next to you, that one that has just
exactly
lonesome items that you have no idea who they go to.
I have back there too.
Yeah. I don't know.
And
I don't have anything.
do you use the magnifying glass in the search bar?
Yeah, it's just, Chris. It's just like, you know, if you pull up J. Crew, there's J. Crew this, J. Crew that, J. Crew, you know, and so unless you know exactly what the CSR put in, it's not going to pull those other things up. Or it'd be nice if I just typed in J. Crew, and anything that was associated with J. Crew would populate into the search engine.
So what does it do now? When you type in J. Crew,
well, if you type in J. Crew, you have J with a dot crew. You have J.
I see. Yeah, I see.
You have a capital J and a lower
J. Yeah, the branding, the spelling, and the extra characters, all that stuff. Okay, I'll give that one some thought. I'll see if I can come up with something.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
All right. I'm assuming you don't have any other questions, Matt. Not at the moment.
I'm thinking about stuff.
Oh, good. Yeah. All right. Other questions? I see Lydia jumped in. Lydia, I did speak to Johan. So I know it's later right now, but he's aware of the issue that you brought to my attention with the Stripe. He knows exactly what happened there, but he was waiting until tomorrow to explain it. Him or Sabine will be reaching out to you about that.
Hi. So we've got people showing up at our door and calling us 500 times a week, it seems like, about other credit card providers. Smart is strictly with Spot, correct? Like you don't do Moneris or anything like that.
Yeah, we're integrated with Stripe. Yes.
Okay. That's what I want. That's what I was 99.9% sure of. But some guy showed up and said, "Oh yeah, and I go, yeah, no, prove it and then come back."
Yeah. They will always say that they can integrate with anything, but I think the biggest point is that the company that you're trying to integrate with has to be open to integration. So
yeah.
As of right now, I don't think that we are looking to integrate with any other merchants.
Yeah, and the other problem would be Stripe wouldn't be able to transfer the existing credit card numbers because they're all tokenized. So we'd have to start all over again with our credit cards.
Yeah, you also wouldn't be able to do auto pay.
Yeah. Okay, that's what. Someone else kind of jumped into the conversation when the people showed up at the door. I was just trying to say no. So I kind of jumped into it when someone else started the conversation to say no. It's integrated. We can't use it. So. I just wanted to double check with that.
Yeah, the only thing that I can kind of give my 2 cents on would be if you do end up getting like a quote or something or some type of rate from these other companies, and then you're wondering if your rate can go lower, you can always send that quote over to us, and then we can forward that over to Stripe to see if they're open to matching or
the biggest
doing anything.
The biggest difference with Stripe is the fact that they charge us credit card rates on debits, and Canada does a lot of debits, and that's the biggest issue that we have with the rates from Stripe is that they don't recognize debit cards separately from credit cards, but then they don't charge extra on other credit. They premium tier credit cards either. So it's almost a wash, but not quite, because we were paying like 5 cents a transaction for debit cards, or no, 10 cents a transaction, and that was it on debit cards on our previous provider. We weren't charged any percentage on debits.
Interesting. Yeah.
Now that's changed a bit, but I still have another credit card I use for a charity thing I run, and debit cards, it's the same thing. It's the debit cards are charged at a flat rate. It might have gone up to 25 cents per transaction, but because it's cash from the bank coming to the credit card provider, there's no percentage on debit cards. It's strictly a flat rate fee.
Okay. I gotcha.
Yeah. Whereas Stripe is 25 cents per transaction plus a percentage on top of that with our Moneris provider for our charity tournament. Debit cards are like 10 or 15 cents per transaction and no percentage. Credit cards we pay percentages on, but nothing on the debits.
I'm just checking to see. From what I see is you guys are not at 25 cents per transaction.
I could be thinking of my other Stripe account that I have for the golf tournament.
Oh, I gotcha.
For
Yeah,
on site, I have a Moneris account for the Event Caddy website. It's Stripe, and I think it's 25 cents plus a percentage. Yeah, I think we are lower with you on the per transaction fee, but
yeah, yep,
okay, thanks.
not a problem. Hey, Brian.
Hey, just real quick. Since the beginning, we set up sweaters to be limited to 3 during bagging, and for whatever reason, I don't know. I just started noticing it now. I don't know if it's been like this forever or how long it's been like this. But right now, it's allowing 4. So I'm thinking my assembly settings are incorrect. I don't know if you could take a look at them.
Yeah. Okay. See. Okay. So you do have a rule set up for that. I think we have adjusted our. Actually, I know we adjusted our. Splitting rules and how they work. So you do have it set to 3, but what your rule is specifically wanting or needing, I should say, is it's needing another filter to grab those orders. What I mean by that, I can show you. Okay. So here is your sweaters. They're all the way down here, and so it used to be based on order of how this was ordered. Now it goes based on what fits the most categories. So if you have things that are in between here, it does kind of still go down the list, but it also wants to see if there are 2 or more fields that it matches. So that way it'll pick that. So for this, I would probably add agents. All of your agents in here. So that way any of the agents that get sweaters would then follow this rule. I hope that makes sense. It's kind of a confusing way around how it's starting to work now.
All right, so I added agents, so I'll double check there.
And if you have an example order that you have that I can look at.
I do. It was today. The phone number, 302 502 1618. That one didn't work. Try again. 302 502 1816. Sorry, I transposed those numbers there.
That's okay.
Yeah, it's that first one.
Okay. So, that's interesting. It actually did use the correct ticket category. So if you hover over the A, I don't think that you guys can see it, but it shows a black box as to
Yes.
Were you trying to get it to split in 3s? Is that that's what it did?
I just 4 sweaters on a single bag is too many.
So yeah, that number in the ticket splitting rules that has 3 doesn't work like that. So the way that works is that 3 only works if you're splitting it to a new order at detailing. Otherwise, it follows the rule in the top left and targets the ticket size to be 4. So you see how it says max items per split order.
Yeah,
so that only works if you're splitting the order to a separate the items to a separate order. At detailing, which is that first checkbox up there. Otherwise, it's going to aim to do the four pieces that's in the top left. So what you could do to avoid that is you could change the rack space in the price list for those items. So that way, sweaters are considered two rack spaces instead of one, and then it'll do two and two, which will be four
Two.
rack spaces technically, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So then that would probably,
Yeah, because if the target is four, and then you set the rack space for sweaters at two, you have two sweaters, and that's four, right?
you'd almost want to do like a 1.3-ish.
Yeah.
Can I do point?
Yeah, yep. You do points.
I do 1 point. I 1.25 because then it end up as 375, but that's going to be fine.
Yeah, exactly.
That's going to be the most.
Yeah, that should work. Yeah, that's why I was saying you could do a
Interesting.
1.3, but
Yeah. You're right. Sorry.
No, it's honestly whatever.
So I want to do the rack space value.
Yeah, yep. Are you about to test it?
Yeah, I'm just thinking through it again. I think I'm going to have some at 2, leave one at 1. Because the real big thing is because we have like sweatshirts and everything, and a couple other things in the sweaters category. The real problem becomes when we have sweaters that we fold over a hanger, get to be really big. So I'm going to mark them 2, and then that way it still will accomplish what we're looking for. So I think I got what I want.
Yeah, you can manipulate
Yeah.
that rack space on any of your items if you, essentially just need to do the exact same thing. Do you have a different item type for that sweaters on hangers? Or
No, they're
is sweater on
also,
hanger?
all of our
special care?
sweaters. So how we have it, we have a category called sweaters, and then inside sweaters, we have a sweater, we have a large sweater, we have quarter zips and shawls and other things that that all fit into that category. So the ones I really want to, all sweaters and large sweaters that we have are folded, so over hanger. So I will add the rack space of 2 to that one. Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay. All right.
That works. Thank you.
Perfect. Not a problem. All right. Looks like Michelle, you've got a question.
Just did you find out anything more about the holidays taking 7 days to reassign them to the new day during a route to a new day during the holiday schedule?
Oh, I did reach out about that, but I don't know if I got an answer.
What is it?
So we're having problems when we change the route a bit late, where even though we wait like 12 hours, stops that have already been created don't backdate to the new date for the route. So they stay, even though Route 11 is now running on Wednesday, it still has them going out on Thursday. And so we have to go in and change any of the ones that had some pre-existing stuff back manually.
Oh, I see. So you have stops created, and then you change the route day, and then it doesn't remove and update the new date, right?
Right.
Got
And it goes either way. If we do it too late, or if we have customers that book a call for next Thursday, and we can't change it, but it goes in as Wednesday because they booked it early, and we can't change it. So then we have to move the Wednesday to the Thursday. So it's just a matter of timing. Like, there's no way around it. We can only change the route at a certain point after the route's done. We can't change it while they're still running it because we can't, so like if Thursday's call is going out on Wednesday, we can't change it. We can't change it Wednesday night because when they get back, because then it'll put them on Thursday. So we have to wait till the end of day Thursday, so it doesn't mess up the drivers, to put them back en route on the right day. So then we'll have some customers that are on the wrong day again because they had household, which is a week or a turnaround or stuff like that. And it used to work
Yeah, I was gonna
most of
say
the time.
that should be working, but it's not working. So that's probably a bug though. That's probably an issue with the
Yeah,
logic. Yeah.
it was working before, and then all of a sudden it just stopped. And I'm not sure whether it was this holiday, which we messed up on our side as well, or whether it was previous. I think even the previous holiday we were finding it happening. Um, so yeah, we're running into a bit of an issue with that, especially like Christmas is the worst because then we take a day completely off, because we don't always run the full, we might not run the second day of that route, and then it might not schedule them when we put it back on. But Christmas we can understand it is going to be an issue because it's the other ones, the regular holidays that used to work and aren't anymore.
Okay, I got you. I'll follow
Yeah.
up.
Okay.
There you go.
Hey, Tyler.
Hey,
Hey, I'm still needing an update on my smart. And dude, I remember I asked someone and they said I had to get a hold of Metal Progetti for the firewall or something because I can't update my smart. And I do have malware bytes blocks it.
oh, why would malware bytes block it? Is there no override on it? As in, like whenever it says, "Oh,
Allow it.
malware bytes is saying this is dangerous," you can say allow anyway or do anyway or something like that.
That might be what I did. I don't pay attention to that stuff.
Malware bytes is generally used to just do like a one-time cleaning, or at least that's what I use it for, just to go through and just clean the computer one time, then I uninstall it, get rid of it.
Sort of.
But yeah, I don't think Metal Progetti would. You need to get a hold of them to update Smart.
Okay, I'm doing the install and malware block. I can open quarantine and system updater pending web setup. So I want to let's see. Wow.
It's just asking you a bunch of questions.
What it sounds like.
Mhm.
So, Tyler?
Yeah.
Is it okay. So our guy was having trouble today with the new app. It wasn't letting him create orders, whether he scanned or tried to manually create. So he just stopped doing it eventually and just picked up the orders. He was able to check out the orders. He restarted the app and everything, but he didn't do any pickups.
Did you happen to find out what version of the phone or of the app he was on?
Why is he on Route 16? Chris, you were doing Route 16 today? Okay. Sorry.
But I do know that there was an update that was pushed out this morning.
Okay.
Because people were running into that issue where whenever they were trying to create an order, it was saying this order's already been created, and then essentially erroring out, not creating an order.
I'm just trying to find our user info. Device delivery station 1.9.14.
Yeah, that's up to date. Yep. Do you have any test accounts, or can you add a stop for a test account on there and see if it creates, or if it still errors out?
Okay, so I'll need a barcode. to scan.
Shouldn't necessarily need a barcode.
Okay. All right.
But-
So let's delivery. Open. Okay. Add stop. Create stop. Back to manifest. Okay, I added the stop. Oh, there we go. Create an order. Continue. No, it failed to create order. Sale with ID. Sale with ID already exists.
Okay, got it. I will go search for that and then pull the logs from it.
And now this is a newer phone. Let me see if I don't see any Windows updates. Software updates for Apple on here. Let me check.
No, it shouldn't be.
Okay, I haven't heard from any of the other CSRs, so maybe their phones didn't update and it's still working. Okay, so there is an update due for this phone. 26.1.4. But I'll upload it and see if that helps as well. Okay, so yeah, if you can just should I open up an issue so you can let me know if you figured it out, or will you send me a message?
Nope, I'm gonna go ahead and just send an error up to our guys that are working on the delivery app and go from there.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, I'll do that in a minute. All right. It looks like we got about 5 minutes left. Do we have any other questions or things that want to be brought up? All right, I will take that as a no. No other questions or issues at this time. I mean, I'm sure there's some issues, but Matt, do you have something?
No, Mike got his deal to work, got his update, so.
Oh, okay. All good.
Thank you.
Yeah, not a problem. All right. Well, everybody else have a great rest of your week, and I should see you next week.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks. Bye.